Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we are live and we are flipping through the latest issue of Mad Magazine. That's right, Mad Magazine goes back to Ghoul. Goes back to Ghoul. It's a pun, and I think a rather good pun. But before we do that, if you are watching live right now, make sure that you leave a comment in the chat. Ultra low latency. I will get your messages in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. All right. So you just drop me a message in the live chat. If you are watching live, I'm going to come back to it and say, hello, how do you do to those who are viewing us now? But before I do that, please let me beg for your attention a little bit longer. If you like this channel, if you like what I do, please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Here, I got to take a sip of water. Leave a comment down below. It's the #1 way to support this channel. And you want to support this channel, right? What is it? December 25th is when we want to be at 700. All right. That's an important date. Christmas. It'll be my Christmas present. Attainable goal. In fact, it's a joke. Anyway, you want to support me in another way? Patreon.com/flippinthrough. Patreon.com/flippinthrough. What do you get if you support me on Patreon? You give me any amount of money at all. I'm going to send you a sick set of stickers. In fact, you don't even have to give me money. If you send me a DM and you're like, give me some stickers, bitch, I'm going to send them to you. All right. But do it on Patreon. That would be a little bit better for me. Times are tight. All right. Fucking Joe Biden. What do you want me to do? If you want to, if you also give me more money, like, I don't know, $5, let's say, you're going to get a pretty cool set of buttons. This set of buttons, look how beauteous this is. Holy smokes. Why does this look so blurry? I hope to goodness, do I need to like close a million tabs? Does this look as bad for you as it does for me? Yikes. Hold on. I got to like see, no, I can't close anything. Everything. Okay. Anyway, this is my beautiful button collection. Look at Will Elder, Wally Wood, Jack Davis, and Harvey Kurtzman. The 4 different colors representing the 4-color printing process. And then also the Mad Hacks. I'm going to throw that in just for funsies. Okay. Anyway, that's what you get. Patreon.com/flippin through. I'm going to go to the chat to say what up to people who are tuned in. There's 6 people. I'm assuming that means that there's 6 likes on this video. That is the only conclusion that I can come to. But before I go to that, let us please bring in our friend, our wonderful guest. You love him. You know him. No, I fucked it up. Here's Kyle Bridgett.
Oh.
Hey,
Hello
Kyle.
There. Whoa. What a warm welcome. Pungent, too.
Oh, I love this soundboard. Hey, how are you doing, bro?
Good. Tired.
Yeah.
I'm always tired on the weekends because I have a toddler.
Yeah. This is talking about the fart.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, toddlers are no joke. They're
No.
like, they just keep going and going. You know?
Yeah, mine's pretty intense.
Yeah. Mad Maid. Oh, dude, did you hear? Did you hear about the fire in the circus?
No.
Yeah, it was intense. Kyle, say hello to our friend Angel Acevedo.
Hey, Sketchy Works.
Thank you.
Here's the thing.
Look,
I won't change names. If someone introduces me, unless you change genders, I guess then I will, just to be polite. But if you introduce yourself to me one way and I learn your name that way, you can't switch it. That's how it'll always be.
he can't be Angel?
No, because he introduced himself as Sketchy Works. I'm sorry. It's like my buddy who jokingly introduced himself as Double Down the first time I met him. He regrets that.
Oh my God, that's the sickest nickname I've ever heard. Double Down?
Yeah. Oh, well, I got a
my
friend
God.
too. His nickname is Meat and Keys. I think that one's pretty good.
Are you hanging out with Fat Albert and the gang?
He was from the gun shop. We all had nicknames at the gun shop.
What was your nickname at the gun shop?
Mad Dog. I didn't pick it.
Oh, I love that. I had a nickname once.
Oh, yeah? Do you want me to ask what it is?
Well, in a second. Look at Harvey Esquire's here. He says, good pun for a teacher. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I work at a school. I get it. we already said hello to Angel. I take that back.
I know we agreed to do a
Mania.
hat stream, but I don't think I can manage it. It's too hot.
You can't do the hat. Well,
Oh, it's so hot.
do I have to take my hat off?
Oh. No, you can keep yours on.
Okay, good, because I look greasy.
I know. That's why
Cam
you put it on in
Hayden
the
is
first
here.
place. Hey, guys.
Cam Hayden's here. And, yeah, that's it. That's everybody. Anyway. All right.
Wow.
Actually, speaking of Cam Hayden, I got something in the post. Who's yelling over there?
Ah! They're going to make me close my window.
Is
Goddamn
that your wife?
University students. No. It's this goddamn neighborhood I live in. It's like university student central. And they're so raucous.
Oh, yeah. Look at Cam Hayden sent this to me. There's my address if you guys want to send me something. Where's my knife? Hold on. I got to find my opening knife.
Do you have a closing knife?
Yeah, this closes any altercation. I don't start fights. I finish them. Anyway, this is from Cam. This is not from Cam Hayden. Cam Hayden sent me this. Let me just add this to stream. Can we do this? Can I figure this out? Nope, that's wrong. There we go. Is this all blurry to you guys? It looks super blurry to me.
It's not too bad on my screen, but I'm in StreamYard, so I'm not looking at the actual feed.
All right. Well, anyway, so I use this. Hopefully, Harvey, this is appropriate because, as you guys know, if you guys are like longtime viewers, oopsies, it's really hard to do this because this is like a really sharp knife, actually. And I don't.
So you should take a note from the film industry. You could pre-open that and then just slip your knife in and make it look like you were opening it.
Wait, they don't actually open the letters in the movies?
No, that's a separate union job, so they can't.
It's the postal workers union.
It's the letter opening guild of America.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Logue.
Logue. Oh, look at that. Hold on. I want to make sure there's nothing I'm missing.
Is that
so
new?
if you guys don't, I think it's new. Cam, you better say something. Is this new or what? Look at this is his response. Is it new? Sent you my old wigs. So it's not new. There's two things. Cam, there's no note. Oh, look at his stickers. His the oddballs of country music. Part 2.
I have that. It's part 2.
Yeah.
Series 2?
Yeah, series 2. You don't have that. You probably didn't open yours either. You're not even like a good fan.
No, I opened mine. What do I got? I got these ones.
Which ones? Oh, here. Hold on. Let me show you some respect. Oh, yeah. That's them. Yeah. You do have them. I'm sorry. I don't know why I doubted you. I'll never do that again. No. Just stop. No, just because he whines about something doesn't mean you have to, like, send him stuff. Jeez Louise. Here, look at. I'm trying to. Here, you riff for a second, because like a.
Well, I have Lexdexia, so I actually read that as "I'll hook up with you, Kyle." I was just saying, "Whoa, still down there, buddy. I'm married." I only hook up at the gas station on the highway.
I didn't pull up any of his information like a bonehead. Sorry.
See, here's the problem. I got all these great riffs that I could go into, but I'm saving them for the podcast.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, just sit silently. Do that.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Boom. Wait, close. Oh, wait a second. This is what I'll do. His link tree. There we go. All right,
I'll
guys.
just read this pornographic comic.
Is that really? Oh my God! Ancient.
What?
What is that? Ancient sketchbook?
What?
Oh,
This
you
is
pervert!
this is Anton's Drek book.
Oh, gee. That sounds. Just the name sounds pornographic. Hey, you guys, listen. I'm going to show you some stuff from Cam Hayden. Right below is his link tree. You can find a place to order his comic books. You can look at. I don't know. Look at Alberta comic books. I don't know what that means. He has a link to Star Trek. What that? Do you know how a do you know how a link tree works? You can't just link to Star Trek. And then a link to his Patreon where he you get things like cards and comic books. Anyway, let's get back to this.
His Patreon's very active. He's constantly posting what he's working on and very thoughtful commentary. It's definitely worth signing up for.
Yeah. And you can also see some of his work. Not only in the pages of these comics, but he's a contributor to Freaky Magazine as well. Right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, I
He
know
is.
so.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like wait a second. Was this in not this one. Was this one in Freaky, the Mummy? No. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, they're awesome comics. Very unique, very like off the wall humor, like really oddball shit.
I mean, I would just say they're unique, personally.
What you wouldn't call them off the wall or oddball shit?
Well, I wouldn't call them very unique. I feel like that doesn't really make sense. It's either unique or it's not.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to start beef with another person?
I already got you roped into a podcast, so
Look at this one. This is the one. This is the one. This is published in Freaky. Yeah, and this is a awesome comic with them all just munching on fucking toilet paper. Anyway, I'm just gonna like flip through these quickly, and then oh, look at this. This is sexy. Let's zoom in for a second. Look at what about Centaur babes? Centaur? Nobody ever talks about Centaur babes.
I saw a post about reverse centaurs. It was really odd.
Dude, I saw that too. Yeah.
I guess it's going viral.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. Yeah, with human bodies like walking with their asses up in the air. Yeah. These are I'm gonna hold on to these. I'm gonna open I kind of don't want to open them, but I will open them. I'm going to open these on the next live stream when I'm by my lonesome and I don't have this freaking dude breathing down my neck.
He keeps saying that, but he keeps inviting me on. A few days before the stream, it's like, hey, I know you were on the last one, but I can't face him alone.
Only half of what you said was part of that message, all right? Hold on, there's like something on there. And listen, we have set a precedent that when a new issue comes out, what do? We flip through it together. Like as a family. We all do it. We all get together and flip through it. Nobody reads it until the live stream. That's the agreement.
Well, that's not really part of the agreement. I mean, I thumbed through it.
It's a tacit part of the agreement.
I mean, no one reads it. That's like a disclaimer on everything you do. No preparation will go into it, right, guys?
Listen, guys, I'm a busy man. All right, I got all sorts of things to do. Marriage Manuel's just won 7-Eleven. What the hell are you guys talking about? Wait a second. Are these mags available at my local 7-Eleven? Oh,
probably not.
No, I don't know how anything works. Yeah,
you can get the special books that come out. So it's like I don't know what they call them, but there's like a whatever the version of a super special on the shelf always at the grocery store when I go. But the actual issues you have to go to the comic store to get.
Yeah. They'll
Which I
do,
wish they did it the other way around. You know?
Yeah.
But
You know what they do though is I saw one. I don't know if this was new or not, but it was like Square Bound, and it was mad about the mafia. Have you guys seen that one?
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it was at my comic shop, and it was yeah. I was just and I'd never seen it before, but they had
Huh.
like 2 issues on a spinner rack.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, that's everything. Cam Hayden, thank you so much for sending that in, and yeah, I can't wait because these are stickers too, so I can add another sticker to my my beautiful mat. If you guys have stickers, send them in. All right, but only if I like you. 14 viewers watching right now. Kyle, Bridgett, what should these viewers do if they're
Well,
just
they should
tuning
get
in?
bent. You think they'd have something better to do? Oh no! Wait, hit like, hit like.
I was reading the comments, so it didn't process right away.
Listen, you should turn this off. You should go listen to Potter ZB, catch some canonically crumb, and while you're there, hit like.
Anyway, if you're just tuning in, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment in the chat, or if you're watching afterwards, down below. Look at Kyle's back. I had to remove him because he had to mop his
Oh,
brow.
I'm so sweaty. It's so humid in here. It's one of those
Dude,
days
isn't
it was supposed to rain all day, and that didn't at all.
What latitude are you at?
What latitude?
Yeah.
You're getting pretty familiar there, buddy. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It doesn't come up very often.
Are you like the 39th parallel?
I don't know.
All right. Are you?
I don't
up
go in
north
for this.
of me
I don't
or
go in
down
for this
south?
globe nonsense. I'm a flat earther.
Listen,
That's right.
I'm no glober either. Hollow Earth, though. Actually, I am a glober because the Earth is hollow. I'm almost positive.
Are you looking it up or?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get into this before I get distracted by any more bullshit. Look at that. He has a cough button. That's awesome.
Did
here
it?
we
Did
have
it work?
Yeah, it did, dude.
Oh, good.
Do you just hit the button on your machine?
I do. I hit the button on the mic, but sometimes I don't press it hard enough. And like I can't see the light unless I look over it, so I can never be sure if I hit it.
Yeah.
I think I'm coming down
Alright.
to something. So
Yeah, so this is the Mad Magazine, goes back to Ghoul issue. And you know what I noticed right away on this?
what's that?
I noticed that a Freaky Magazine beat them to the punch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sticks McFly, what's up, bro? Look at on the latest issue of Freaky Magazine, where you can find friend of the show Cam Hayden. Just an FYI, they did a movie parody, a mad style movie parody. Dalton Vaughn did like a self-insert because he's a stoner. I don't know that, but I suspect it. I think he's a real cement head. He did the classic movie deal. What is this called? Parody. So,
I think that's a show.
oh yeah, television program. But
Yeah.
what is it's like a Netflix thing. Can you call that TV still?
I think that's generally called TV now.
Okay. Well,
Like I
Cool.
actually have a TV. This is the first time in like my adult life that I've had a TV.
Yeah.
And all it's got on is like Netflix. It's like a Roku TV, so it's got Netflix and Disney Plus and then like a bunch of
Yeah.
free channels.
here, I'm going
So-
to use my mute button. Hold on. Did it work?
I don't think no.
Fuck.
Or did you hit the soundboard at the same time?
All right, guys, I'm working on it, all right? I can only do I got a soundboard, I got a call-in feature. You got to deal with the belches, all right? I'm sorry.
So
What do you
for
think
this
of
cover,
though?
I mean, I feel like most Mad covers now, I don't really know how to evaluate them because Mad is strictly a nostalgia brand now, right? Like you're not reading it for the new material.
Yeah.
You don't expect there to be like a Wednesday Addams parody inside. But this is like an homage to Addams Family, right? Because you've got like different era Addams Family characters on here, right? So you've got like Lurch and Pugsley from the original cartoons, like they were in the New
Yes.
Yorker or whatever.
Oh, so beautiful.
The
Gomez, Morticia, and
But Gomez and
what?
Morticia, that's from the well, definitely Morticia. She's from the movie, like the '90s movie.
Yeah, that's who, that Raul Julia. That's the guy who
Yeah,
played Gomez. It's same thing. Yeah.
but Fester, that's the original Fester from the show. It's not.
Oh yeah, because Lloyd Bridges. No, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
I was always mad at seeing that role that he didn't get to play like Aleister Crowley in a like a biopic or something, because like I feel like the Fester design is made to look a bit like Aleister Crowley, especially in that.
Yeah.
And he did such a good job. I feel like he would be a really good, because he's a really like over the top actor and stuff.
Yeah.
But that'll never happen now. He's
Yeah.
way too old.
Imagine Christopher Lloyd saying, "As above, so below."
Yeah, or do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Yeah.
Love is
Oh,
the
yeah.
law, love it or will.
Oh jeez. Oh frick, dude. I'm a Catholic. Quit fucking saying fucking whispering spells.
Are
and
you
shit.
saying Catholicism isn't compatible with Thelema?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I'll ask my priest, but I'm pretty sure.
There
it
you
is.
go. Yeah, he'll say no.
Yeah.
He'll open
Well,
up
when you
that
say
big
it
like
like that.
binder like they have it like when you work a telemarketing job. He'll turn to the
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Who's this? This freak is from the TV show, I bet, right?
Yeah, I don't know her. And then that's also the movie Cousinette,
Yes.
right? Oh no, wait, in the movie he didn't have the hat, or did he have the hat in the movie?
Or did he not have the glasses?
I think he didn't have the hat or the glasses in the movie, and then on the original show he did.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I do like.
So
I like the cover though. I mean, I like that they show sort of the history of those characters because, the youth need to be educated, which is a stupid thing for me to say because no young person is reading this magazine.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I occasionally give them to like students and stuff when I have extras, and I hope that maybe they'll get into it because I know they can still pick up the super special type ones at the grocery store. So it's like maybe there's still hope for that. So here's my question to you.
Oh yeah.
I think when it comes to like any person, you can kind of like divide them into two camps. You've got your Bettys and
doing
your
that.
Veronicas. You've got your boxers and your briefs.
Your Felix and
hamburger,
your-
hot dog.
Yeah. Who
Felix
are the
and
guys
who?
from the Odd Couple? There's Felix Unger and
Oh, I thought you were going to say a different cat.
Walter Matthau. Yeah, your Felix and your Fritz.
Yeah, definitely a Fritz guy. Although I named my kid Felix, so my wife wouldn't go for Fritz. Well, here's my question to you: are you an
she
Addams
German?
Family guy or are you a Munsters guy?
Fuck. Hold on.
Now I'll just talk while he's running off. I'm an Addams Family guy. It was in syndication when I was a kid,
Ugh,
and so I watched it like
That.
every day.
But not yet.
I
Hold
watched
on.
that
Don't
and
talk
60s
anymore. Wait.
Batman. I'm not repeating myself.
All right, I can hear.
Okay, I was saying I'm an Addams Family guy. It was in syndication when I was like 5 years old. I watched it every day along with the Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
And I saw some Munsters. I think there was like a soft reboot in the 80s that was in color that I have memories of. And my dad was a huge Munsters fan, but I'm an Addams Family guy for sure.
Ooh. Yeah, I didn't have access to the Addams Family. I mean, yeah, because I watched, the way I consumed my media was like my old media was Nick at Night. That's how I watched. That's how I was exposed to all of that stuff. And I was at Wally World, Walmart, and while I was there, I found that. I picked this up just yesterday.
Oh,
The
that's
Munsters, the complete series. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's like I think they just redesigned a slipcase for this because I've seen this on Amazon. I haven't watched any of it yet, but it is. I was surprised to see it was only 2 seasons.
Interesting.
So, yeah, but it's sick, dude. This is like I think I'm Munsters all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is a big divider, like what you grew up with access to, because it seems like they were probably on different networks, probably different regions, probably have more access to it. I
Yeah.
think Munsters plays more into like the sort of like campy 50s horror, and like obviously it's drawing on like the like 30s like universal horror, but I think
Yeah.
it's coming out in an era of like the 50s sort of rock and roll horror, um, and sort of like the like the Dragula and all that sort of stuff. Like they've got the crazy drag racer and all that, so they kind of fit into that sort of aesthetic. Whereas like the Addams Family, they're more Lovecraftian, I think, in their horror.
Yeah. It's like almost like who is it? Edward Gorey, right? Where it's just it
Yeah,
seems like it's a little more sincere in its darkness, whereas yeah,
it's
the
also
monsters right there
darker.
having fun with it.
It's also darker in the sense that it's sort of drawing on that sort of like sort of old wealth, like Victorian, um, sort of aesthetic, but also, kind of weird foreigners that have these strange, occult customs, and
Yeah.
sort of playing on that fear. I think especially in its like early iterations, and I just dig it.
Yeah, here I everybody
This would
seems
be a
to
good
be
poll.
oh man, is it too late? Okay, I can do I think it's like what I'm seeing is it's clear who's going to win. Um but yeah, here I'll throw a poll up. Who is your favorite? Um whatchamacallit or the other ones? What am I doing?
I thought for
Where am
sure
I?
your statement about the monsters was going to be like start with I was at Uncle Moe's and
No, 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 no. Why isn't my I can't get this the chat to start or oh shit. God damn it. It did it. Um it started right as I'll do it. I'm not going to do this. It's a waste of time now. It's taken up too much of this precious
we should get
precious.
going. We never make it through a whole episode, like a whole issue anymore.
We've never have and I listen guys, I had to start working again. So I know I get no sympathy for that from anybody, but
You'd get less
yeah,
sympathy if you were in Canada because you'd be making six figures as a teacher.
dude, I might. That's pretty crazy. Do they have like
I
higher
mean, it's
expectations of
I
the teachers?
probably yeah, but not in
Yeah.
terms of like social engineering as much. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Like you don't
Yeah,
get as
I
many like political interventions, I think, in teaching here as you might there.
oh, dude, I have to brainwash the kids on so much stuff. All right. Well, here, look at this. A beautiful I don't know if this is beautiful because I really like this cover otherwise. Mad Magazine 101. I'm a big fan of the Infinite covers, but I guess it works. They turned him into Frankenstein at school.
Is that what they did? Because you look at the credits and they're very bizarre. It's
Yeah.
Alf Einstein art mashup cover art 101 cover art for Monster Mad paperback number 68. So it's a Mingo and a Warhala, and then
Yeah.
EC Attic Club art or ad art. That's probably the background is the mad art.
Oh, yeah. But here's something that goes uncredited is idiots untie rather than unite.
Do you know who made that? Was that oh, what's it? That mad zine. What's it called?
Uh,
I feel like
no, I
someone
don't.
came up with those right when they were coming off of the newsstands when it was announced.
Oh, wait, like this, the Save Mad magazine,
Well,
guys?
there was that, but I also would see idiots untie all the time
Yeah.
around then.
All
I don't
right.
know. Maybe it was just being recycled. So we got Susie's joke. We should find that.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Susie Hutchinson, friend of the show. We're in talks with each other about sending an email to be in talks with Susie about us doing a guest editorship.
I mean, I keep saying no.
And I keep saying it would be so much fun, and you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. But anyway, Susie Hutchinson will have a one article in here that is not credited to a previous issue, and that's usually a joke that she has written. And I have found it, Kyle. Have you?
Mad's first shave razor burn. If Satan went bald, would there be hell to pay? Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk.
A wise guy. All right, there we go. Let's move on. I want to see. My goal is to get at least to the staples.
Okay.
Yeah. How about, is this one colored originally?
Well, this is not the original cover. If it was covered, it was colored, because he wouldn't be coloring. This is digital coloring, obviously. Like, this is not like watercolor or something.
Yeah.
This isn't the worst coloring, but whenever I see these, I kind of want to go back and look at the original. Oh, yeah, and this is from 75.
Oh, yeah. I would be shocked if it were. But then again, that George Woodbridge one from the last issue, I was shocked to find out that it was something that was colored originally.
Because it was from the early 2000s, though, when they were doing color.
Yeah, I was just surprised to see him. I was surprised to see him still working, I guess.
Yeah, kind of sad, actually.
Why?
I don't know. You kind of hope that, like, you know, there's an exit strategy for cartoonists to retire, you know? Because like he was working in like the 50s, I think. I think we found some of his stuff in the 50s.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to have like a 65-year career, you know?
But okay, devil's advocate, maybe he likes it. Maybe he likes working.
It's true, but you kind of hope that people retire from doing like the grind and then maybe sort of do their own kind of personal projects or something.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. You should be able to retire. Here we have Sergio Aragones presents A Mad Look at Zombies. This gets a pass, by the way, for me.
You're just gonna go over it?
No, I mean, as far as like, it was probably, when was this posted?
Oh, this is 2007.
2007. So Walking Dead was probably huge. But it's not a mad look at Walking Dead. It's just zombies generally. And they're a big enough topic where...
In 2007, Walking Dead was out? No way. I mean, the comic. But Mad wouldn't be riffing on the comic.
I bet you it is.
I don't think so.
I bet you it's a lot older than you think.
You think? I'd be surprised. I'd guess like 2011.
Okay, 2010.
Ah.
That was the first episode.
Well, you were closest without going over, so.
I win. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's old as hell, dude. 13 years ago that premiered. And it's like still going, right?
Well, I think the official show ended, but now they've got all these ridiculous spin-off shows.
Yeah. So it's just like printing what's his face, just like millions of dollars, presumably.
Oh yeah. Well, what's really fun about that is that it's Kirkman and Adler, right? Like those are the two.
Wasn't there Tony? Didn't Tony start it with him though?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking, Tony. So the guy who did like the first like few issues and then left, it's like he's got creator credit, so he's just raking it in. He didn't do like most of the 10-year run, you know?
Yeah.
Or however long it went for. I think it was about 10 years.
Yeah. Oh man. That's the job right there.
I'm so glad that comic ended. That was like one of my guilty pleasures that like I couldn't stop. And it became not a pleasure, right? It just became like an obsession that I would read it when a new one came out.
Yeah. I thought the way they ended it was super cool. For those of you who don't know, he didn't announce the ending. So there wasn't like some massive print run. If you had it on your pull list or the store ordered like their normal amount, that was it. I think it probably went into second printings, but as far as like first printings go, yeah, so people are like scrambling to get it because
Well, I think they have a
they
new
want.
version of the original. It's been in reprint since about 2/3 of the way through the run, where it's like
Yeah,
just The Walking Dead reprinted, and they have, sort of variant covers, and I think they might be in color inside. I don't know. I've never actually picked one up.
yeah. But if you're a real collector, you don't like that shit sucks. Like you want the
That
first
shit sucks
printing.
because if you're a real collector, it's like you have to have it even though you don't want it. That's the problem. That's how they get the collectors.
Dude, I thank God every day that I never got into variant covers.
Yeah.
That's a mental illness.
Yeah, yeah. I always feel that because I'm in a lot of like different nerd groups, and I think I ranted about this last time we were on here. The people who just like their main concern about anything they collect is how much is it worth. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like it's just sad. It makes me sad.
it is. Yeah. All
So
right,
this
hey,
is
let's
fun.
talk. Yeah, this is some of my favorite shit. Is look at me, I'm swearing so much, you guys. This is not a family. If you're a family member, just close out the window right now. I apologize. This is not a family show
Yeah,
today.
usually you wait till like you're closer to confession to start swearing, so that so that you're in case you have like that way you have accidental coverage.
Yeah,
Something happens between now and then, you don't end up in purgatory.
dude, pray for me when I die. I'm gonna be stuck there for a while.
I mean, I
Scenes we'd
won't,
like to
but
see.
I'll celebrate your life though.
Thank you. On hell will. On hell will pray for me. See? There you go. Oh, dude, you got a decent collection of underground comics? I'll pray for you on hell. Um, looking at Fritz the cat. How about this though? Jack Davis doing the monsters. I love it. It's
How
like
about
some of my
Jack
favorite.
Davis doing Alfred?
Oh yeah,
I guess that's
I
not
didn't
that
even
odd. He
notice
did
that.
a lot of covers, right? So
No, he didn't do that many, did he?
he did a few. He did that Terminator one.
Jack Davis, it seems like he would have a really hard time abiding by the rules of Alfred E. Neuman.
Well, they didn't force everyone to like stick as close to Mingo's as
Yeah,
everyone else. Like they never like obviously Jaffee Sergio's is like very like a very loose interpretation.
yeah.
So it's like obviously if you have a certain level of cred, they don't make you go back and trace Mingo's.
Dude, I love the way he's done this though, where you have Frankenstein's monster. Um, he looks like pretty normal. It just looks like a really cool drawing, like a stylized one. And then you
Yeah,
have
Boris
like,
Karloff one, right?
yeah. And then everybody else. Or when is it? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was that. Who is that? Who replaced Karloff? Glenn something. Um, then the bride is like a little cartoony, and then you have the priest who's just totally horrible and disgusting. And and like all the people. I like how they degrade. It's like the illustration degrades into like more and more cartoony silliness.
I love the
But
like
Frankenstein.
parallels up and down lines for the shading that like is in the background. It goes into their faces.
Yeah.
Really works well.
Okay. Listen, I have a question then. Because a criticism you made of Bob Clark several weeks ago is that is his style is dated, and you said it's because of the vertical shading that he was doing on people's
There's a
legs.
different though. In the way that he does it is like the cutesy, like commercial style, whereas Jack Davis he uses a variety of techniques that all kind of blend together into his own inimitable style.
All right. I don't know
Um,
what that I don't know what you meant by that, but
well, what we were talking about was like basically like adapting auteur theory from cinema to comics, and I said
no,
that
this
Bob
is
Clark was
actually
not an auteur.
yes. That and actually this is something that's the conversation I'm talking about predates that one where
Oh,
we
this
were
is another
going
one.
yeah, where my problem with you and your opinion of Bob Clark, it was like the beginning of it.
It's a
The
different
seed.
use of like vertical lines. You see it actually in Crumb's early work,
Yeah.
um, because they taught him how to do it at American Greetings because it was like the house style, and then it took him a while to shake it, and that's sort of like what I see in Clark's work. Is that kind of like it's sort of cutesy 70s, schlocky style, sort of.
I love it.
Like creeping through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little more anachronistic when you look at it from now, but when you think about like all the different things it would have looked like it at the time. Anyway, we don't need to get into my pro Dave Berg, anti Bob Clark designed to drive you mad theory, basically.
Well, yeah, because I bite every single time.
So, did you see The Addams Family when it came out, the movie? I thought it was a really good movie.
The one from the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It had Raul Julia in it, dude.
Yeah. So you saw it theatrically?
Yeah, I think I may have. I know I watched it at home several times, but the reason I know the actor's name, the man who played Gomez, is I remember a commercial came on for it, and I overheard my dad saying to my mom, he said, "Guess who's playing Gomez?" And she was like, "Who?" And he said, "Raul Julia." And for whatever reason, I was like, that is an important name. This is an important man.
Well, here's the thing. I had that name on the tip of my tongue for like days since I picked this up, for like a couple days. But then when you opened that Freaky and I saw the Luis Guzman Gomez, I second guessed myself, and then I was like, I better not say it, because they're both like kind of like Latino type names.
Yeah. Did you have it though? Were you almost there to Raul Julia?
I would have said it on the cover, and then once I saw that, I was like, oh, I better not say that. I'll look like an idiot.
This was an awesome movie, though. This is like, it was so brilliant. And Fester, when he like, is it this one or the sequel where he puts a light bulb in his mouth and it turns on?
I'm pretty sure he does that here. He used to do that in the show too, I believe.
Yeah, but it was just unbelievable to me. I thought that was like the funniest thing in the world.
Well, you can buy those. You can buy like light bulbs that like
the turn on.
Yeah, they have like their own power source inside. So, but it's like an illusion. But that's part of like also old school. Oh my.
Yeah, Seneca.
I'm not always here, so.
Yeah.
So it's either even better or not as good. Normally, one or the other.
But hey, I should say this. Thank you for the kind words. I hope that you stick around. I hope you hit like and subscribe. If you do like Kyle, that's the guy beneath me. Remember, Kyle is indeed beneath me. His link to his channel is down below. You should 100% check that out.
For sure. And check out our podcast, Potter ZB, as well, where we're both there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The podcast that dares to ask.
What? Me worry? There you go.
Right,
we finish each other's sandwiches. As I was saying, that light bulb bit, that is kind of like an old burlesque kind of trick, too.
Yeah.
As well. So you'd have like some sort of like electrify a woman or something, and then you'd have like the light bulb trick.
Yeah. Ooh, Johnny Tong is back. First book I'm getting with my new card is Claptrap. Nice, dude. You get it on the dark web.
I ordered it years ago, it seems.
Yeah. Well, hey,
I'm not complaining though.
I got some cash. I'm gonna order it, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't order it earlier.
You didn't order it?
No.
You had them on to promote their GoFundMe or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then it's like things get away from me, man, and I forgot. And then a couple months ago, somebody brought it up on the thing, and I was like, I looked it up, and they were like, "Wait a second, you didn't back it?" And it's like,
I backed it during that episode.
Hey, well, I'm glad you tell Tom Richmond that, and then he'll come on the show again. It'll be great.
I mean, I think I've done enough to burn the bridge since then. Okay, so we
Oh
got
my
Ed
god.
Steckley and Dick DiBartolo.
Where? Oh yeah, right here. Don't die this Halloween. Look at that. I don't know. Do you have anything you want to say about this one?
I like Ed Steckley's art a lot. I think it's
Yeah,
really
me
good.
too.
Um, I mean, also Dick DiBartolo, I guess. It's writing.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in what comes after this, not the ad, but
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna try to. Here. I want to like, because this damn glare. I want to like tilt this up. That's too high.
you know what you should do? You should buy like a matte spray and just finish your comics with a nice matte, like Krylon spray, and then
Ooh.
you won't have this light. Or what you could
Yeah.
do is use a 3-point lighting setup.
Dude, oh no, I only have 2 points of light.
There you go. You need that third. That's what gets rid of the glare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How?
You know what? They taught me this when I was in art school, how to set up a 3-point lighting setup. And I was like, I don't make film. When will I ever need this? And I kind of put it out of my mind. So I would have to look up how to set it up. But
All
you
right.
usually have some diffusion in there as well.
All right. Darn it. Well, I'm going to figure this out because it does like, it annoys me to no end. All right, let's move on to this.
So
The
this,
ad is what you love?
not the ad, but
Oh, okay.
the Fantastic 4 Years department, Superhero High.
Yes.
So I remember this very vividly. This came out in '95, so it was like right at the end of when I was reading Mad
Yeah.
as a sort of teen before I switched to heavy metal. But in my mind, this was in Cracked. Obviously, it wasn't.
Oh, really?
But this is an odd thing for Mad to do. They didn't do a lot of sort of superhero bits or things that played on comics
Yeah.
or like video games so much. They would if it was really big. If it was really big and it crossed over, they would. But otherwise, they mostly stuck to things that their aging boomer audience would know, even though they were trying to appeal to kids.
Yeah. Um, well, this is cool too because it has everybody in it. Like well, not everybody, like from the big two. You have a bunch of people. You've got like, look at there's Plastic Man. Hey, oh, Plastic Man and who is this supposed to be? Some other Joker? That's
Well,
not
Plastic Man,
that's
that's like
fantastic.
Power Man is right there. He's like I think it was Power Man. He was like a ridiculous like 80s, 90s indie kind of, not
Yeah.
indie, but like one of those other labels, Eclipse
Yeah,
or
like
something.
Malibu or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like ridiculously triangular in his muscular form.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not just drawing on like classic comics that their audience would know. They've also got like I think Storm is there and she's in her like would have been her kind of probably her current outfit at the time.
Yeah. Got Ghost Rider, Ant-Man. Ant-Man, like when people didn't really know who Ant-Man was.
Oh, and you know who else
Um,
is there? Lethargic. I think it's Lethargic Man or Lethargic Boy, or possibly
yeah.
Lethargic with the L. That was
Oh,
like an
right there.
indie comic.
Oh.
That was like a parody comic, and he was like, I can't remember what his power was, but he worked with a team of the No Mutants, which were
Yeah.
like a team of that had no mutant powers.
Look at this. Look at where Superman's looking.
Oh yeah, nice.
Nice touch. Yeah, man. This is awesome. This is really, really cool. Martian Manhunter, Wolverine. Look at Argos. Argos says this is enchanting. Thank you. That's really sweet.
This really
Um,
does look like a Cracked article, though. Like it has that kind of ugliness.
oh, dude, you're gonna say that about Joe Staten?
Yeah, yeah, I am. But I mean that kind of ugliness. That's not bad. Like it's the ugliness that you want. It's what you read Cracked for. But it does really feel like a Cracked article with this sort of
Yeah.
like high concept premise of superheroes in high school, and then also it's like there's contemporary lore going on here as well.
Oh, dude, look at that, Judge Dredd. You've been found guilty by the court of Dread. I hereby sentence you to die. Just dissect the frog quietly, Mr. Dread.
It's Kermit the Frog.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, dude, this is really cool. I am looking up Joe Staten.
I wonder if he worked in Cracked, if he did go to Cracked after, because I feel like his style. I might be thinking of someone who's like, who's the other guy? Orhekowitz, not Don Orheck, but there's like another
Orheck, Joe Orheck, something. Dude, I got.
There's another guy whose name is like Don Orheck, but it's not.
What?
I can never remember his name. It's like Chekowitz or something. It's like some other like longer name.
Yeah.
But he's always
this is sick though, dude.
Around the 90s.
Look, I love this. Look at this. This isn't ugly. This is above Cracked.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know about that. I think there is a kind of like goofy kind of ugliness to it. Like it looks like Cracked in black and white. You also have to think like this would have been on newsprint, which makes everything like, 80% uglier.
Good. Oh.
But I'm talking about ugly in a good way, right? Like I'm talking about ugly in a way that's like that kids like,
Yeah. Adventure comics. He was actually in like a bunch of stuff. Metal Men. Yeah, he did like a good chunk of stuff for DC. Showcase number 97, Power Girl. No wonder he knows how to draw a lady. That's where he learned. Here. Oh, know what I'll do? Command F. No, he was not in Cracked. Yeah. Sorry, dude. But then again, he doesn't have Mad Magazine on his credits either.
It's probably the only thing he did for them. Everything else is probably Cracked.
I'm pulling up Mad Cover Site now. Oh my god, dude, we're hardly through this. Look at this is a lot of dead air.
I'm trying to see if I can find that who that artist is.
Joe Staten?
No, the one that I'm thinking about.
I have this magazine where it's Don Orheck kills the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, Don Orheck, he's more he's more old school. He was in like a lot of like humor mags going back to like when like Cracked was first coming out, like early Mad knockoffs. He was in a lot of those. And then he was like a long-term Cracked mainstay. Did like most of, like the most famous shut-ups are Don Orheck. And he also, like, for a period before they got Don Martin, they were having the artists do these knockoff Don Martin comics.
Yeah.
It was kind of like just to piss off Mad, but it was kind of sad, I always thought.
Yeah.
Kind of a little embarrassing.
All right, well, it's impossible to find what I'm looking for. Even on Mad Cover Site, I can't find Staten, Joe Staten. And that's all I care about.
He's not on the cover site.
No, okay. Well, it does something kind of... here, am I going to do this right? Here we go. Here, I'm on the Mad Cover Site. I go to Superhero High. Look at Joe Staten. And then it brings me here, which is fine. Where's Joe... Where is it? Superhero High. Superhero High. I click Joe Staten. But then it brings me to... here. And, oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, he just has two things. Gall in the Family. Gall in the Family Fair. Bonus record insert. What? SE. What the hell is SE? So this was the only art that he had done. SE means... he did sound editing. And then also this...
For Mad?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I can't help but think that must be a different Joe Staten.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
But like you go and look at Cracked, and they've got like Spider-Man on multiple covers. Um, when
Whoa,
it was
whoa,
a
whoa,
comic
whoa.
book.
Yeah. This is incorrect. DC bought Mad in 2018 when they moved.
No, that's
No,
false.
no, DC owned Mad for like
Since the
20
'90s.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
like yes, it's been they've owned it for a very 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 long time.
But what
You can
happened
see in
was
there.
when DC originally moved their offices to, um, where is it? In California. It's
Burbank.
I can't Burbank. That's it.
Yeah.
In the like early 2000s or late 90s when they did that, Mad didn't go. They kind of like messed around and kind of, will they, won't they? And then they didn't. And then so they stayed in New York while the rest of DC's holdings were in Burbank for like 2 decades.
Yeah. And then they were like, "No, you got to go. We're rebooting. Deal with it." Holy
Yeah.
smokes, Kyle! You better say some entertaining shit. We got 20 people watching this
Jesus.
live stream right now.
Ugh.
If you are just tuning in, I'm not going to belabor the point. Oops, I removed myself. I'm not going to belabor the point too much, but please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment in the chat, or if you're watching this afterwards, down below. That's the best way that you can support this channel. Look down below in the description of this video if you like Kyle Bridgett. If you don't, I don't blame you, but why don't you give his channel
Acquired taste.
a little
I'm an acquired taste.
peek-a-rooney. Yeah, that's okay. Like that's how a lot of things are.
I grow on you like herpes.
Yeah, find him on Facebook and start an argument with him. It's
easier
easier than you think.
I do love to argue. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we have, what is this? What school bus drivers are doing while you are in class. They're messing with windows. I don't know. This is, who is this? Teresa? This is our girl, Teresa Burns Parkhurst.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The funniest woman alive.
The funniest woman ever.
Sorry
seen.
if she's dead. I don't think she is. Very funny woman.
This is turned into a eulogy of Teresa Burns Parkhurst. Yeah,
very funny person, actually. I mean, I don't mean to imply that she's funny for a woman or something. I mean, but she is very funny, and she is a woman as well.
Yes, but also she's funny generally, and also for as far as funny women go, she's very funny. She stands out. And I love her style. I don't know what it is about it.
Mm-hmm. Very fun.
Fun and fun. Have you found this Dan Orheck?
Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. It's like I bump into him like every time I look at a car. Here we go. This has got to be it.
Crime
got to be
Italy.
it. Rob Orchikowski. It's Rob Orzechowski. And I always mix him up. His work doesn't look at all like Don Orheck's, but his name is like very similar. And then he looks a little bit like a couple other artists from Cracked.
Yeah.
Bollinger, and who's the other one? I can never think of names.
I think we're saying that I don't think it's Don Orheck.
No, Don Orheck, he did the Shut Ups. This is Rob Orzechowski. And he was in Cracked alongside Bill Ray and Dan Klaus and Walter Brogan in sort of like the late 80s, early 90s.
I think I am thinking of the wrong person. Hold on. I'm going to look up something for 20 minutes.
You're probably thinking of Vic Martin or something.
Oh my God. How about this? I got to get this frickin' glare fixed because now we got something very special.
See, here's the problem. Is like you started flipping through Mads. They were all newsprint.
Yes. That is exactly the problem. 3-point lighting. All right.
There you go.
Somebody remind me. I got to look up 3-point lighting. Here, look.
You could probably just get a diffuser. You could probably just get some sort of diffuser that'll go in front.
Dude, they're diffused.
Are they?
Yeah. 3-point
Are you sure you're not confused about whether or not they're diffused?
You don't stop. Cut it
Sorry, I'm
out.
being effusive.
You're being obtuse. 3-point lighting, and then also, what is that? The light bulb? Light bulb trick.
Why are you using like tissue paper here?
I'm using wax paper, parchment paper.
Oh,
I was
so
I
later you
had
can
it.
go bake some cookies.
It's a long story. You guys don't want to know I have parchment paper at my desk, but
So here's something I love about the current arrangement of Mad, which I hate compared to actual Mad, but
yes,
I like for what they're doing now is that they're often reprinting from tales calculated to drive you mad.
yes,
And this was a very influential piece from that on me, The Raven. I do prefer The Face in the Floor. I think that's a better of their sort of poems, because Mad would occasionally do this where they just took a poem and illustrated it sort of
yeah.
literally with some
Casey at the
gags and
bat.
chicken
That was
fat.
one, right?
Yeah, yeah. Casey at the Bat. They did Face in the Floor and The Raven. I think they did one other one.
They did some when it was a magazine too. I forget which issue it was, but I've already flipped through it, and it was like I realized that I'm just reading a poem that they're illustrating. Like halfway through it, I was like, "This isn't funny." It was very strange. Anyway, so you really liked this one, huh?
Yeah, I always really liked this one. This was the first one I encountered because a lot of it was in Marie Radelbach's Mad, like the coffee table book, Absolutely Mad.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. It's really big. But I think
Here,
this
hold
is a
on.
good
Show
one.
us. Show us. How big was it?
Oh my God. I'm wearing embarrassing shorts, but I'll go get it.
No, I just meant with your arms.
Hold on. Let me just put this here. I didn't think I'd have to be getting up, but this book, Completely Mad.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Love that. A Philip through a Malibu comic would be cool. Hey. Yeah, I think I must have some Malibu comics laying around. Yeah. But
I mean,
that's a good live
particular
stream.
channel. Hold on, I'm just gonna put this coffee over here. This particular channel is mad focused, but you do sometimes veer into strange territory on these
Yeah.
live streams.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is I'm going to run out of mad content at some point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thankfully it's not flipping through mad. It's just flipping through.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's the same
I
as
got
Potter ZB. It's not strictly mad, but mad
Yeah.
is heavily implied.
Yeah. So this is, like you were saying, just word for word, it is the poem of the Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. It's beautiful.
Wait,
It's a
wait,
beautiful
wait.
poem.
There's such great chicken fat
Chicken
throughout
fat?
this whole thing. Like I like the eye chart where it's like ERNLS blah blah blah. That's like Fooey poo poo
Poo-poo.
on Poe with Mad Comics.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that. I liked that one a lot. And then even here, like the on his desk, you have a picture of Lenore. And she's
Oh
got,
yeah.
like, 3
And then
chairs and a
on the
cigar.
next page, he leaps up and his head hits the narration box and it kind of dents a bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's like that stuff that Kurtzman was so good at, which is playing with the format, like he did with 3D, right? Where like he deconstructed it.
Yeah, he's really like he's very conscious of the role that the medium plays. To get my Marshall McLuhan hat on.
Mhm.
And he's like constantly reminding you that this is a comic and these are the conceits of a comic. And he uses it to great humor and effect. So the crow comes in. One thing I like to point out, if you look at the very last panel on the 2-page spread that you're looking at there, with the crow, who I love with his little hat and little nest bindle, he's on this statue, this sort of antique looking sort of bust, and then throughout it on the next page, it's like the wig falls off of the bust, and then the skin falls off of it. If you flip the page.
Well, hold on real quick. Okay, I'll go back. Oh yeah, the wig. Oh, and then look at, she's like freaking out as the skin. Oh my God, the skin crumbling off of it. That's horrific.
Oh yeah.
It's like you pointed this out in when we were on the podcast, the heroin worship department, and how the Mad Wonder Woman parody in the background. There's that guy who's kidnapped the girl.
Yeah,
he just like
or he's chasing. It's like the big lumbering guy is chasing the sexy girl.
That's right. Silhouette. He's attempting to kidnap her. But yeah, it's pretty awesome the way that type of chicken fat is included.
You know, it'd be a fun YouTube series to do. Yeah. Here's something. Put a pin in for the future. Yes. Take a single panel of Mad with a lot of chicken fat, and just like dissect all of the chicken fat in like a single panel. It'd be like panel school or something. And like, because some of these, like, especially tales calculated to drive you mad, it's like you could talk about them for, 45 minutes,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that is a problem when it comes to this. Hey guys, if you are watching, listen, I checked in on the stream on YouTube. We only have 14 likes, and I know one of those is from me. So if you haven't already, one of you 18 viewers, please take the time and give the video a thumbs up. I so appreciate it.
And here's the thing. Even if you don't like this, you could like this ironically. Kind of roll your eyes while you press it, and then we'll know.
Yeah. And then what you can do is you can, like, tomorrow, share it with a friend and be like, look at these losers. Can you believe that they think anybody wants to watch this? And then get your friend to watch it and make fun of us.
Yeah, or to watch it.
Yeah, like...
Don't worry, it all adds to the analytics. Here's something, another piece of rolling chicken fat through this, is you see that giant dog? If you flip back to the second page, the dog is eating giant-sized dog food, and he gets bigger every time you see him.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I was going to point out is in this panel, the giant size dog food, but then also there's this changes the statue in front of the door. It's like,
I like the skunk in the perfume bottle's really funny.
Yeah,
but
like
isn't
that.
Also, like, wouldn't you love a statue of like the cigarettes with legs?
Oh my God, yes. I would, if we were like Camel cigarettes, I would definitely have that in my house. I did find a Camel cigarettes t-shirt on eBay. So I think I might have to buy that. That will be after I buy the light bulb trick. Seneca says, liked and subscribed to you both. Glad you're a crumb dude too. He's a crumb bum.
There you go. Yeah, I'm a real crumb bum. If you haven't had a chance to check out my series, Canonically Crumb, it's the premier YouTube R. Crumb show.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nobody else holds a candle to it. I love this though. Jeez Louise. It just goes on.
There's just so much to love in every panel. It's just so great.
Yeah, like he's packed for Florida after tax deductions. Eat and reduce. Gaylord Shapiro. Who's Gaylord Shapiro? Is that some like old-timey politician?
I don't know. See, that's why that would be a fun show to do, like a panel school of some of the stuff, because there's a lot of like references that you wouldn't get. Like there's always like Burma shave or something, and you wouldn't know that if you're under like 70.
Yeah, but you can use context clues. This says eat and reduce Gaylord Shapiro. Like the only Shapiro I know is Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, no, it's a different Shapiro too, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna write gay. I'm gonna search for Gaylord Shapiro. That's such a funny name. No, then nobody's naming their kid Gaylord anymore. All right, hold on. I gotta. So I searched for it. Second one that came up, Ben Shapiro.
There you go.
Ben, it looks like Ben Shapiro is indeed a Gaylord.
We know the thing about Ben Shapiro. He's too chicken shit to come on Flippin' Through.
Listen, I've confronted him many times, and I've asked him. He's been invited, and we were going to debate the Old Testament, the Jewish scripture, interpreted by Harvey Kurtzman.
I thought you were going to say like Blue's Clues or something.
Yeah. Who's the better storyteller, the Jewish people or Harvey Kurtzman? Yeah. Anyway, Gaylord
Harvey Kurtzman. I mean, he is a Jewish person, though.
Oh, yeah, good point. So is Ben Shapiro. All right, so I would lose the debate, I guess. Goosebumps, horror stories that would really scare kids.
So you know what's great about this? And this ties into something that we did recently on Potter's EB.
Yeah.
It's Joe Orlando, but in 1997. So it's like
Yeah.
after like lampooning Mad in National Lampoon, like very harshly, he was back at Mad.
Yeah, in 97, which is also, again, like, he was working for EC Comics in the 50s.
Yeah.
And he's still working.
Well, I wonder if he was not back until after like Feldstein left and Gaines died.
Yeah.
Because they're known to hold a grudge, those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, artists are sensitive, right?
Well, not only did they hold grudges, but other people held grudges against them. So it's like, I think, especially Gaines. And so I think, yes, the best. That means you're not as good as me.
Yeah.
Definitionally.
No, I'm not a crumb show.
Oh, of all the I just read Kyle is the best.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you missed the most important part. You missed the context of it.
There you go. Well, you know, I told you I have Lixdexia. I have more books on Kurtzman than I do on the Torah. Kurtzman is the second biggest, like, in terms of, like, artists represented in my collection, he's the second biggest. Followed possibly by Wood, actually. I have a lot of Wood stuff.
Yeah, I believe that. I came across some of those Agents of Thunder comics that he did after he left Mad and Marvel. I did not buy them.
Did you ever read Canon?
No, I didn't. Gosh,
I want to blur this.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it! Put that down. Jeez Louise, it's a family show, dude.
He was a horny dude. That Wood. The name is not just a misnomer. You know, it's he was rocking Wood the whole time.
Well, there was some stuff he did for like European comics that he ended up he had some beef with them. I forget which one it was, but he had done some like kind of sexy drawings, but then he felt they re-scripted it, but still used his illustrations and made it like more sexual. And he was kind of bothered by that, which is weird, I think, seeing some of the stuff that he draws. But
he really leaned into, like, it basically became an erotic artist by the end of his career, right? Like, so if you ever pick up the book Cons de Fay, if you want to see my shorts, I could sashay over there and get it. But it's a collection of his erotic work, and it's collected chronologically, and you see his early stuff, and it's cheeky kind of, cheesecake, pin-up kind of art stuff, and then by the end it's like hardcore pornography, like doing it looks great, so all parodies and stuff like that, but he really leaned into it, especially after the Undergrounds. Wit's End really kind of, I think, made him, like, he was really jealous of the Underground, I think, and their ability to just kind of do whatever they want and explore their most gratuitous inclinations.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, like but there's like a pretty big difference between just doing like a porno comic and then being like crumb and saying, here's a presentation of my perversions.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he didn't quite get it because he wasn't he probably didn't do acid, right? Which is what you really needed to do to be part of that underground movement, I think. Is you had to be part of that, like the LSD experience of the late 60s to kind of be able to pick up on all the like subtleties of it. And I think to a lot of outsiders, it's just smut. And a lot of it is smut, to be sure. And a lot of those artists just went into smut,
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. There's something about like cartoon boobs that are pretty cool.
Yeah, they are fun. I like a nice cartoon ass as well.
Yeah. Anyway. How about this? Hey. I didn't say that, did I?
What, where there's a blank? Can we do a hangman? Can we play hangman here?
Yeah, what's your guess?
Farfignugan?
That's not how hangman's played.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to guess it.
Yeah. Joe Orlando became Mad VP and associate publisher and later consulting editor on the mastheads for 322 to 380, 93 to 99.
Do you have a nerd alert on that soundboard there, Patrick?
Here, let me see. Let's. Here I have this. That could be
Doug Guilford. He's got the preeminent Mad Magazine reference website anywhere.
Mad cover
Constantly
site.
Use it. It's great.
.com. I think I need to take LSD to be a good cartoonist. I would say maybe think on that for a little bit.
I would say it couldn't hurt. LSD kind of really makes you like reevaluate a lot of different things.
Angel, how old are you? Wait till your prefrontal cortex fully develops and then do a psychedelic.
No, you want to do it before that for sure.
No, you don't. Wait, no, that's not the one. Here we go. Into smut, all ex-Catholics. And then say I'm into smut. I'm not an ex-Catholic, so there.
Hey, I've been to Florence. They're into smut.
Yeah.
That whole city is just statues of men bathing boys.
Florence is the shit. How about this though? Escape from Uncle Bill's lap. Who wrote this? Darren Johnson. I think Darren Johnson had stuff in.
I feel like you wouldn't do that joke anymore. I feel like that joke is a little risque.
I feel like a lot of these, the strange noises in mommy and daddy's room.
Because it used to be like, everyone just had a funny uncle that you had to stay away from.
Yeah.
But it's like now they're not allowed to come near you.
Yeah.
Which is for the best, I think. I'm not saying we should go back to the funny uncle years, but
yeah, don't.
It was kind of like a joke.
I'm sorry, Kyle. Are you kink shaming?
Look, if you're a funny uncle, and you're over the age of 18 or 21, wherever you are, then by all means, get funny. But if you're under 18, then I am opposed to funny uncles. Did you read Goosebumps?
Yeah, of course I read Goosebumps. R.L. Stine, yeah.
I was more of a Christopher Pike guy.
What is that? That's a Canadian thing.
No, he was. I don't think he was Canadian. He was doing horror, like paperbacks for youth, around the same time as R.L. Stine. But Goosebumps was like a younger sort of age range, and then I think R.L. Stine also had kind of like older, sort of teen youth horror novels, and then Christopher Pike was like the sassy sister writer to that. And I read a lot of Christopher Pike. I was really into horror novels when I was a kid.
I was not into any of that. I wanted to extend my childhood as much as possible. So it's like I wasn't into horror. I wasn't into things that would pull me out of my sort of fantasy world of like
horror's for kids. So like it's like for kids basically.
I wasn't into it.
That's weird.
Except for like Universal Monsters, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but that's not really horror.
Yeah, that's pussy horror.
Charlie Chan, that's a mystery. That's not horror at all.
The horrors in that are in the ethnic stereotypes. Beautiful, beautiful Tom Bunk.
Oh man,
visits a high school lunchroom.
I love it. I love this, like where you have. Here, I'll use my pointer, like right here with this shark like inexplicably coming out of the tile of the floor. Um, I don't know. It's just so filled with so much shit. Um,
Tom Bunk's got to be like one of my top 10 favorite Mad artists.
yeah, he really knows how to create a Whimmel builder.
He does, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is a Wimmel builder, making machine.
yeah, absolutely. I don't know. It's like I want to go through. Oh, look at here. I found Alfred E. Neuman down here in the lower right quadrant.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
But yeah, these panels are like kind of awful to have on the channel because what happens invariably is that I sort of get distracted by it and I'll stop talking. Um,
Yeah, they don't make for good TV. This would be another one that would be fun to do, like a full like page breakdown and go through and look at like all the little details and point out the
oh
jokes
my
and the
God.
references.
Oh, that takes forever, dude. That'd be
Yeah,
like
it'd be
an
like a
hour-long
20-minute video. No, you could do it in 20 minutes.
Look at here's some like for people who are into Japanese sex. Here's an octopus tentacle.
I don't
thing
think all
choking.
Japanese sex is tentacle based. I think that's a specific subset of Japanese sex. I mean, it has a rich history, which I've been really trying hard to coax you into doing an episode of Potter ZB about. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm curious about this. In what capacity comes closest to Basil Wolverton? Closest in just a sort of grotesqueness, fun. I mean, because there are, I guess, like similarities to their style, but they're also incredibly different in the way they present.
Well, and Tom
their
Bunk
work.
is a huge fan of Basil Wolverton,
Yeah.
for sure. Like you see references to his work to like Wolverton in Tom Bunk all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one because Wolverton was like a pioneer of ugly drawing, and Tom Bunk is like sort of standing on the shoulders of a giant.
Yeah. You know what I just thought of? Maybe if I just searched on eBay for Basil Wolverton, I could find that Christian cult book that he made.
Which one?
The one. I just said. The one he made.
I don't know what you're talking about because he did a whole bunch of stuff because he was like an elder in a specific Christian cult, and you can get that book, the Wolverton Bible. The Zit is definitely one of the grossest Mad comics for sure.
Yeah, it's fucked
Hard
up.
to top. But you can get that Wolverton Bible, and it's collected stuff that he did for these like Watchtower like magazines that he produced for kids. I didn't think there was just one.
I guess I just meant that that body of work. Try to
Yeah.
find something from that body of work. But I'll look up that Wolverton Bible because
Well, you can get this book. It's right here. Sorry for
what
the
the
shorts.
the Wolverton Bible?
Yeah, that's right here.
Okay.
And this is great. The artwork is amazing in this. It's like
Oh yeah, I think
tons
you
of...
show. Yes, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
The artwork is amazing, but what's unfortunate about it is it doesn't read very well because it's not a single like narrative. It's not like Crumb
Not
doing
like
Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you'll have a selection of drawings sort of in chronological order that they appear in the Bible with notes, but it's kind of hard to read it in that sort of way. And it'd be too much text to print like the whole Bible alongside of it.
Yeah.
Well, it would mostly be Genesis and Revelations. It was that kind of cult. Or it was like a kind of doomsday Christian cult.
Yeah, bookend. We call that a bookend cult. Genesis and Revelation. What else do you need?
There you go. They don't
Here's
have all
some,
those deuterocanonical texts from
the
Catholic Bible.
Deuterocanonical. Dang, dude, that's really good. But the Deuterocanonical books are actually in the Old Testament. It's not like the what do you call it? We do have bonus books though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Apocrypha.
No, well, deuterocanonical books are different from apocryphal books.
No, I know, but ours are the apocryphal books are those bonus ones that the Catholics get. The deuterocanonical ones are the ones that are like the second set of rules.
But they go into they're in like Catholic Bibles, but not in other Bibles. So it's like deuterocanonical are different from like the texts it would be in like King James. And then you have apocrypha
What?
on top of that.
Are you sure?
Because there's
about
also
that?
apocryphal books. What?
But why would they exclude part of the Jewish scriptures from a King James Bible?
Because it's Protestant.
Well, fuck. Yeah, but
They have a different like value system. I think that's how it works.
all right, hold on. Okay, I know what I'm gonna Google is what.
Just look up deuterocanonical definition.
No, this is what I'm going to look up. I know what we know what deutero means. It means second. It's like a second set of laws for the Jewish people, because it comes from the Greek for two, duetero, or something.
Yeah, it's a secondary canon.
I'm searching for what extra books.
Here we go.
Catholics
So
get.
what's the difference between Apocrypha and Deuterocanonical? They've got it in like one sentence here. The Apocrypha are books of the Old Testament included in Roman Catholic and Orthodox Bibles as Deuterocanonical, added to the earlier canon, but excluded from the Hebrew Bible and most Protestant Bibles.
Oh, okay. So it's the same thing, basically. We were saying the same thing.
They're similar, but I think there is a slight difference there.
Yeah.
Because there's also apocryphal texts that are not included in any like Catholic book.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't get the like the book of Judas or something, you know, the Testament of Judas or something like that, or
Nobody has that, because anyway. What the fuck is this? What are we talking about?
This is the Bible Fun Hour. This has been a Bible Minute here between a Catholic and an atheist.
I just caught us in like.
Listen, if you like this Bible talk, tune in to 2 Potter ZBs from now. We'll be looking at some Mad Bible articles, and we'll probably get into some Bible talk. We're both big fans of biblical scriptures for different reasons.
Yeah, and also the comic representations of it.
There's probably some similar reasons too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But it's funny because it was like we almost went down like our debate about Blue Beetle. That
oh
took
my
us,
god!
Like...
My god!
Yeah. So
that was way more stupid than this.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would agree. Like this one actually, people are in danger of learning something if we were to continue down this path.
There you go. Yeah, well, we don't want that.
No. Here's George Woodbridge.
I love George Woodbridge.
Speaking of somebody who speaking of illustrated stories in the Bible, he did that for Mad Magazine.
He did, yeah. He did Mad Raps the Bible, or whatever it's called in this.
Yeah.
Is it Mad Raps the Bible? I think it is Mad Raps the Bible.
Yeah, hold that.
Mad Raps Up the Bible.
Oh, wraps up the Bible. Yeah.
And he's the perfect artist because he's got that Gustave Doré kind of etching style. Like he's such a master of like line and
I can't
shadow.
wait for that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's not one we're talking about so much. We'll probably mention it. But...
Well, I'm gonna have to read it on my own then. Oh, look at dude, we got some people here. Dropping in. Demir saying, yo, what have I missed? You missed so much stuff, dude. All right, let's start over.
If you're like me, you probably missed a call from your father.
Oh, man. How about this? Kingston Clark. Hey, what's up, bro? Nice to have you in the chat. Hex Allen Comics. Hello. Hey, thanks for joining us. We peaked at like 22 fucking viewers, which is I'm pretty happy about
Selling
that.
You're short. Maybe we'll get back up there. Maybe we'll hit 23.
Ooh, Zooey Mama. I hope that happens. Anyway, if you're tuning in, hit like, hit subscribe. That's the best way to support the channel. Oh, here, look at this. Will get you all chubbed up. Some Al Jaffee, dude.
It's a little blurry.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, not your camera. I mean, the actual printing.
No. Yeah. Yeah, snappy answers. Okay, here. We'll role play these. Okay?
Okay.
So you're hanging out smoking in the boys' room, okay?
Are you
pantomiming.
smoking?
No,
Oh, sorry.
no, you're smoking. You have
I'm
to
smoking.
pantomime.
Well, you didn't talk. You waited too long. I thought maybe I
Okay,
was supposed
sorry.
to go.
Pretend you're smoking.
Okay.
People are watching you. What the? Are you smoking?
No, the cigarette is smoking. I'm keeping the fire from spreading.
Are you smoking?
No, I had hot peppers for lunch. This is what happens when I belch.
Are you smoking?
No, someone set my chalk on fire. You ever have that where you like you smoke weed and you swallow some of the smoke and then later you burp and the smoke comes up?
No.
Oh, maybe it's just me.
What? Can that happen?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think there's
No.
probably a time like a window on that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, because otherwise it like gets incorporated into your body. How about this one though? Dude, you were talking about your boy.
Yeah.
Yes, that fucking exact. That's happened to me like on several occasions where I've thought about like how to illustrate motion, and
Mhm.
yeah, I've just thought about this and like that ghosting that occurs. I'm just like,
Yeah, because you have like a sort of memory, like a visual imprint in your mind for like a split second.
yeah, I love
I
that,
like that picture of Richard Nixon on the wall.
dude. You know how I feel about Nixon.
He's the most progressive president of the last like
Yeah,
half a
he's my
century.
favorite. He's my favorite president,
Well,
unironically.
I mean Roosevelt's pretty good too.
No, he's a fucking commie. Um,
Yeah, that's why he's good. It's the only good one, really.
oh my god, we are like the whatchamacallit. We're like the odd couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're Walter Matthau, I'm Jack Lemmon.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
Walter
Sticks, do you
Matthau is
get
the
that
sexy one?
rare loot crate mad? Yeah, obviously, because he was like fucking high tea, dude. um, oh, they're having a side conversation. Okay, boys, you go ahead.
That's rude. That's rude.
No, we want that. That's engagement, bro.
Oh, okay.
We get that credit for that, you know?
All right, do that. There you go.
Um,
Well, I don't.
yeah. How about this one though? Holy shit.
I
Another
love
one.
Jack Davis doing horror stuff. He did some like monster models, didn't he?
I don't know. Did he?
You know what we should look at? We should look at Mad Monster Party sometime, which I think Jack Davis actually did the designs for.
Yeah.
It was like a Rankin Bass um, animated, like stop motion animated special, but it's Halloween themed. And I have a really nice copy, but it's like Russian dubbed. And then I have a really not nice copy that's in English. And I need to like take the audio from one and put it over the other one. But I'll do
Dude,
that.
you'd
and
be
send
like
you
a
copy.
hero. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he does the same thing again with the monster, where he does like this really cool drawing of him. Well, everybody else is. I mean, it's not realistic. He wouldn't. But
It's more naturalistic. In
yeah,
a sense, it's more like
naturalistic.
representational. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Realistic's like a loaded term.
yeah,
But you really get the sense of a love for that sort of classic gothic horror in Jack Davis's work.
yeah,
Oh, here you
But I
go. Here's
do-
one for you.
yeah.
It's looking like a mad ball.
Dude, a Gilman Madball, that would send me over the top. Absolutely. But yeah, he doesn't have that same respect for the creature from the Black Lagoon as he does.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people feel like the creature is like he's more of a gimmick monster. He's not a classic gothic monster like Dracula or like Frankenstein's monster
Yeah, I guess he is, because he isn't gothic, but I
or
still
the
think
Phantom of the Opera.
he's a pretty
No, he's
awesome
like on the
monster.
cusp of like that rock and roll. I mean, not in terms of date, but he's kind of hitting on that sort of creature feature era of horror, as opposed to the more sort of romantic horror of
Yeah,
Frankenstein, Dracula, Phantom of the Opera.
yeah. The Phantom of the Opera, though, at least the one with Claude Rains, it was Claude Rains also did the Invisible Man, and then he played
Yeah.
the Phantom, and it's good, but it has such a different feel because they went with color rather than black and white, and it
There's
works.
There's an earlier Phantom with what's his
Yeah,
name? The really weird looking guy.
yeah, and that one is like but that's a silent film, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But
Yeah.
does that not count? It's only
Well, I don't think
talkies for
I don't
Universal.
think it's Universal. And yeah, I like the talkies, man. I mean,
Hmm.
call me, I don't
If you don't
know.
like to read, that's a problem.
Call me a hipster, but yeah, I like the talkies. All right. This, I feel like this was reprinted recently. I don't know. Maybe I just love these, so I seek them out a little bit more often. But
Oh, we
dude,
have some Gideon Kendall.
yeah.
He's got a
Yeah, Clown
podcast
Mickey.
with his son. Sorry.
Hold on.
Oh, I didn't see that there.
Clown Nookie says, "Wow, 20 viewers. Looks like Sunday night is a lot better than Friday night." Yeah, because I think people go and do shit Friday, which is like, yeah, who to thunk it? But yeah, I'm pretty pleased.
It's because he's
And,
getting the nostril zone shy. He's getting my runoff from my old time slot.
yeah, people are like, "Oh, nostril zone isn't on. All right, well, I'm already sitting down. I may as well go find something to watch." No, hey, I don't give a shit. Whatever reason there is for watching it, I'm happy they are. What were you saying about Gideon Kendall?
Gideon Kendall, he's got a podcast with his son, his like
Yes.
teenage son, where they do like lists of like popular music. It's on Spotify. So they listen to like it's kind of fun because, because he's a teen, he's kind of discovering all the kind of rock and stuff like that, Led Zeppelin and all this stuff. I mean, it's deeper cuts than that, but anyway, it's worth checking out. You
Yeah.
can find it on Spotify if you search Gideon Kendall. And then also he's like an amazing artist.
Oh my God, dude. Actually, you're going to appreciate this. He is an amazing artist. But
I appreciate
my sister Megan, you're going to appreciate this. I saw her today and she goes, yeah,
This is the one that you don't talk to? I don't know how many sisters you have. That's a joke. Obviously, he talks to all his sisters.
So I was talking to my eldest sister Megan, and she lives in town, and she goes, "Hey, I was listening to this podcast, and it's like this brother and sister, and gosh, I was just thinking, you and I, we should do a podcast together." But then I thought, no, I don't want to get stuck doing all the work.
Well, that's what I want now. I want a second podcast where someone else is doing all the work,
Yeah,
as opposed to our podcast. But
I want two podcasts.
I bet you anything I have more sisters than you.
I bet. Well, yeah. Tell us about your family.
Well, I have a lot of sisters. I'll say that.
How many sisters do you have? Why are you being fucking coy now?
Oh well, hold it, because I always have to count them out. I can never remember off the top of my head, but I have a lot.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
God.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sisters.
All are they all
And 2
full
brothers.
sisters or are they like half sisters?
No, I have 1 full sister, but the rest are all half or step.
Same half? Oh, okay. Half.
No,
sister.
different halves. Different halves.
Yeah, yeah.
I have halves on both sides, and then, so like I have like 2 fathers and 2 mothers, and
Yeah.
like a lot of grandparents. Well, most of the grandparents are dead.
Yeah. So you don't have that many. You bragged for nothing.
I only have 1 good grandparent left. I have 1 shitty grandparent left. He's awful.
Oh yeah, any sister wives?
No, just a regular wife, and she doesn't have a sister.
Gideon Kendall. Yeah, I did say it like that on purpose. Hey, yeah, one visual effects guy. What up, dude? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Oh, you already did. Anyway, let's get back to the program. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm turning the page. You guys, we might actually make it through this whole thing.
We're
Here's
really
another
rushing.
Joe Orlando. Yeah, we are. But some of it is rushable. This is the I feel like a need to say this because I say it every time Joe Orlando stuff comes up, and that is, I wish Joe Orlando produced at the level in Mad that he produced. Let me say that again because I kind of fucked it up. I wish Joe Orlando produced work for Mad as good as he produced for EC Comics.
Well, he wasn't really like, he didn't feel like a humor guy, you know. He felt like he didn't belong there necessarily. He felt like he was always making up the numbers, you know.
Yeah, but okay, in a world where like Severin gets kicked out for not being funny, like
I don't
is
think that's strictly why he got kicked out. I think that's apocryphal. But because Severin is funny.
I think he
maintain
is
Severin
funny.
is funny. Yeah.
But isn't that okay? So, but that's the story, right? Is that well? Anyway, forget it. But I just wish that like he stepped up his quality a little bit. Like, there's a lot in here that I do actually really like this.
I enjoy the like
one.
sort of like the sort of Harry Chester lettering at the top. You know, that kind of Monster magazine lettering.
Yes,
That's a fun kind of
absolutely.
homage.
Yeah,
I also like the Things lettering, that really like kind of creepy, like gore lettering.
oh, yes. With like you can see the bones and the sinew and flesh rotting off of it or growing from it. I don't know which. Invasion of the Crabgrass is cool. Like that little drop shadow that he did.
Mm-hmm.
That looks so fantastic.
I feel
Yeah.
like those letters could have a little bit heavier line weight, though. It's a little hard to
Yeah.
read. Like the white could be a little bit
You're
more
right. I
white.
hate it. I hate it now. So yeah, I guess I was just like I started off talking shit, but there is a lot to like in this one.
Well, he's a really like accomplished hand. You know, his work looks good, and because he was constantly being bring in, like he's like the constant, you know, utility player, and so they're bringing him in for all sorts of stuff, and so he does kind of have a Mad kind of vibe because he's just so prevalent in the magazine. I think, like
Yeah.
consistently.
Oh jeez. Well, here's more of it. I didn't realize that went onto this page. I
There
like
you
that.
go.
That's kind of cool. Her expression. Um, oh, look at this. The medals, the Mad medals. We talked about this in a live stream recently, and how cool it was that like the way he draws it, like it actually looks like it's, there's relief
Yeah, it's
in
like
it,
in
like
low
it.
relief or whatever, or high
Yeah,
relief. Is that high
I
relief
don't
or
know,
low relief?
dude.
I
I was
should know.
really hoping that you would know.
I think
Uh,
high relief is where it comes out, and then low relief is where it's kind of carved away.
okay.
But I think they're
But
both kind
Demir
of flat.
says, yeah, Demir says, I agree. I think the reason why Severin got ousted was because he wasn't obsequious about Kurtzman's directions like the others. Oh, he was bucking
Yeah.
the trend a little bit.
Well, and also like he was better suited to doing like the western and the like the military comics that he was doing, because he really had a good style for that and a good eye for that kind of like the kind of technology and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and the uniforms and all that. So even though he is funny, he does feel like a bit of an oddball in that original run of Mad,
yeah.
and he probably would have fit in better in the magazine than he did in the comic.
Oh, that would have been interesting. I mean, because he did do such an awesome job with Cracked.
With Cracked, yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
other humor mags as well.
yeah. Hey, do you guys remember this movie? Me either.
Was this the first attempt to create a dark universe?
Yeah, probably. Well, no, I don't know.
I mean, aside from the original Dark Universe, which was the Universal Monsters.
Yeah, was there? I mean, were there follow-ups to this?
Well, no, that's the thing, is that there was never follow-ups. They keep trying to do it, so they keep seeing. Let's see, when is this from? 2004. So I think they saw like Iron Man, and like, you know, that sort of thing and the plans to make like Thor and create the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they wanted a piece of that. And they're like, well, what do we have? What intellectual property do we have? We have all these monsters. So how do we bring them into this like dark universe? And it just never works. So they did like they did this Van Helsing. They did like that Mummy movie with Tom Cruise in it, I think.
No, that was way after.
No, but that was like another attempt to revive the dark universe to create it. So the idea is you make this film and then you can use it as a launching point. Yeah, well, it was Hollow Man. I think that was not.
No. There was a more recent one.
Oh, was there?
Because Hollow Man, that was the one with Kevin Bacon, who has
where you could see his dong without skin on it.
Huge donger. Yeah, it was.
I mean, it's big. He's no John Holmes, but
thing.
Dude, you know, he's big. He's big for a regular Hollywood. He's not big for porno Hollywood. You know.
You know you're a pervert when you know the male actors' names.
John Holmes. He's like one of the most famous, like historically famous porn stars or whatever.
Like, yeah. I know he's like mentioned in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
But he's the one who like that Boogie Nights was like sort of cryptically about.
Yeah, but. What is the girl from, Peggy from Mad Men? She was in an Invisible Man, where her boyfriend was a scientist who created an invisible suit. I think it would be cool. I wouldn't mind if they remade the Universal Monsters. Just don't do it in the same universe, and do it sincerely. Don't make Frankenstein like a 30-foot tall mutant or something. Just like tell the story as it is written. And just do it.
But this is the thing. They want the cinematic universe because they see the dollar signs in their eyes. It's like, that's the big thing. It's not making one movie. It's making a series of movies and being able to franchise these characters over years. And so they keep trying to do it. And it's just, it doesn't work.
Oh, no, what you could do is have okay, how about this? Make it with Dracula. And Dracula is because Dracula's immortal. And then he just goes through time, and you see him interacting with all these other monsters.
Dude, I gotta pee. Are we wrapping this up soon?
Let's wrap this up. We did not have an intermission at all, and because I forgot about it. And you got.
Well, we're close to the end. You have to take a piss too?
Well, no. What I have to do is I have to work tomorrow. None of you people appreciate this. I haven't worked in like 2.5 months. Okay. This is like hard for me. I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. Okay.
I feel like this is an odd choice for the back. I guess this is the back to school thing.
Yeah. Oh, look, I stopped sharing the screen though. Sorry. And I don't know. We had some ghost stuff. Some Caldwell, whom I love. I love John Caldwell. And then
the thing that's cool is there's a rare Mad Look with Don Martin doing it, which is fun.
Oh, yeah. No, that's Mad Looks At, not a Mad Look At.
Oh, okay. So they were running simultaneously.
Yeah, they were like kind of for a while pretty fast and loose with that.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah. Dude, if this is something you say on Hell, that means you should not be doing psychedelics. If that's a sentence that you can write.
I mean, I gotta say, like, for my last like probably 2 years of art school, I was probably on a low dose of acid at least half of the days. It really makes you not tired. That's what's great about it.
That's your argument for it. Okay.
Hey, I got good grades.
Oh my God. Hey Kyle, what do people do if people want to see you?
Well, you can find me on my website at kylebridgett.com. That's where you can hire me to draw something for you or to teach you how to draw or, whatever people exchange currency for. I'll probably do it. I'm pretty shameless. And then I also have a YouTube channel, which is at Little Cozy Nostril. That's where I have a show called Canonically Crumb, where I explore the comics and characters of the Crummyverse. And then, of course, there's our podcast, Potter ZB, the comic book nerdcast that it dares to ask, What Me Worry. And you can find that on YouTube as well as the actual podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm sure the link is in the show description. We have a new episode coming out probably on Tuesday.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us today. Hey, do you have anything else to say?
Just that I got to pee really bad.
Oh, ew.
I can't hold it anymore. I had to make room for the bladder, so I got to vent the fart bladder.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And remember, patreon.com/flippin through. That's a way to support me, aside from hitting like and subscribe. And if you haven't done it, please do it now. I'm going to go check your homework, bro. All right. Toodaloo.